Good start to the morning. 9 o'clock, please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, first on the agenda is to approve the minutes of December 30th, 2024 as written. I'll move. I'll second. Okay. Moved by McCurry, seconded by Knight. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Next is to approve the minutes of December 31st, 2024 as written.
I'll move.
I'll second. Moved by Thompson, seconded by Meats. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Let's see, miscellaneous motion. Move to approve resolution number 2025-847E, a resolution of the Board of Coffee County Commissioners authorizing participation in Rural Opportunity Zone Student Loan Repayment Program, calendar year 2025. I'll move.
I'll second.
Moved by Knight, seconded by McCurry. Any discussion? This is just an annual thing that we do.
Yeah, you require that you're either participating or you're not.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Next, move to approve resolution number 2025-625AA, a resolution providing that the Board of County Commissioners of Coffee County, Kansas shall cause its financial statements and financial reports of the said municipality to be prepared on the basis of cash receipts and disbursements as adjusted to show compliance with the cash basis and budget laws of the state. Also moved.
I'll second that.
Moved by Meade, seconded by Thompson. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Just sign this little
So you have 2 resolutions to sign. I don't know if you want to go now and carry on, or...
Yeah, we can do it now, we got time.
Is River City's not coming in?
I guess so. Nobody said anything to me.
Yeah.
Let me run. It'll be a light morning.
Yeah. I guess we put Amber in then.
Yeah, as soon as they get them signed, we'll have Amber with the emergency. Just, I think Wade's got to sign it.
Yeah, there's a place there for him.
Okay. Amber, you're up. What's that? I'm guessing Wade's here today.
You guys probably heard that the governor did a state of local disaster for the whole state of Kansas, and so they asked that each county that was affected by this storm go ahead and do a declaration. It doesn't hurt anything, just like with Wolf Creek, we do it. Normally you do it when you exceed your local resources. We didn't really exceed any local resources here. I didn't really, in talking to Road and Bridge and Sheriff, we didn't really need any outside help or anything. But what this will do is the more counties that declare during a disaster, the more that gives them some teeth to be able to get reimbursements from FEMA for this kind of disaster. I don't think that we needed anything, so we probably won't get much. winter storms are notoriously harder to get funding from FEMA rather than, tornadoes or something like that. Because you're prepared, you've got the salt, you've got the ice, really all you're looking for is reimbursement for your people that had to work all weekend and all night and everything. So we'll see where it goes. But anyways, I would like to make a motion to have the chairman sign the state of local disaster emergency for the Winter Storm Blair. Did you guys know that they were naming winter
No.
storms? I did not. I was like, what's Blair?
BLAIR?
Yes.
Motion authorized director chairman,
And direct chairman. So we actually declared this weekend. KDM told me that it was okay to do a verbal, because I wasn't going to drive out and have Jesse sign it. So they said it was okay to do it verbally, and so I called it in, and they were fine with that, and they said just get one signed on Monday and send it to them. So that's what this is. So this just says that we declare a state of local disaster emergency for Coffee County for the Winter Storm Blair.
A motion to authorize director chairman to sign state of local disaster emergency for the winter storm Blair.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Moved by Thompson, seconded by McCurry. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, so that needs a time and it needs an Angie on it too.
Time and Angie?
Yep.
Amber, I'm just curious,
Uh-huh.
you'll still apply to FEMA? I mean,
Oh,
you'll
yeah.
go through the
Yep.
motions and everything?
If they approve Kansas for any kind of reimbursement, yeah, we will. And that's why I messaged all the people that had people working this weekend. Keep your numbers, keep track of,
So you know where you
Yep,
are.
so you know where we are. I mean, that's fire, that's road and bridge, that's sheriff, that's my people, that's everybody that was out and about or did anything. And just a quick update, I checked the power outages and seems like everybody's back up and going. So no customers out as of right now, everybody's back up. It seemed like everybody wanted to stay home, but we still had a lot of slide-offs and a lot of people out and about. And I think once the state put out that WIA on everybody's phone for the entire state that said stay home, then I think it got people's attention a little bit more. So that was put out by KDM, that wasn't put out by me. But and I don't think anybody showed up to work, so our message got out that we closed the courthouse.
That's shocking.
So.
Didn't have dedicated people coming in.
Well, I warned everybody Friday that this could happen, and to make sure their info. Yes, thank you. Perfect. I warned them this could happen, so make sure that all your information in the system up to date, just in case we close. So everybody apparently wanted to know if we closed. So. But I did get a lot of calls last night from people wanting to know if we were closing today, and so Angie double checked with the closing committee, and everybody said we should be back up and going. So I don't
It's not
know.
gonna be a warm day, but it's gonna be a sunny.
No, it's not going to be. Yeah, it's not going to be warm, but we're in way better shape than we were. So,
Yep.
Did anybody have any questions or any concerns? Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a
Thank
good
you,
day.
Amber.
All right. Brad, Technology Director.
Hey, Angie, do you want to put a time on that?
Is that Brad guy?
Morning.
7:07.
Morning,
Mine's pretty simple. I'm wanting to replace our phone system and going to put out a request for proposal. And I want the money, I have money that I've put back for years in a technology reserve fund. And I really have no idea what this will cost. You know, these phones can be anywhere from $200 to $800, depending what proposal comes across. And looking to replace 200 phones.
So would that be just in the courthouse? Brad?
That's all 7 locations, yeah.
Okay.
I've got it written up here with everybody's location, we get new stuff over for the jail, that's part of this location, and then we got the shop, annex, road and bridge, lake, weed and recycle, so there's 7 locations.
So they would be tied, like, say
Currently they are,
using
yeah.
the lake for an example, that's tied into the system
Yes,
here?
they currently have a phone out there now that's tied into our system.
Okay.
We do a 4-digit code we can call the lake.
Okay, I didn't have any knowledge of
Yeah.
I'm
any of
curious,
that, so.
is our present system, I mean, is it, what's the reason? I'm just.
The software behind it needs updated. The current phones we have are way out of date. They're probably the original phones we put up 20 years ago. I've been buying them used, refurbished to replace them, so I need to replace all the phones.
I was just curious, right, that's
When
all.
we're buying new ones for
So we're buying
the
new
jail,
ones for
it
them.
seemed like,
Yeah.
make the most sense
Yeah.
to upgrade it now.
No, I was-
And
I was just
it
curious.
is past due. I've been saving money for a couple of years. It's past due.
I could add to that, as a regular phone user, that I've asked Brad many times, can I get a new phone, can I get a new phone, because
And we just buy a refurbished one
Sure,
and swap them out, and they're getting harder to buy now.
Yeah.
sure it is.
and it has been I started in 2001, and I think it was about 2002 or 3 that we got those phones, so
Yeah.
So
actually
they're-
it's more than
they're-
20.
Is it, okay, they were here back when I started.
Okay. Latest and greatest,
How
then.
many
Yeah.
companies are out there that'll bid on that? Or is it pretty well, is it competitive bidding?
Yeah, it'll be a competitive bid. I've got a couple companies I'll send this to, and I'll give it to Mark to publish, and there will probably be several. And I don't want to go lowest, I want to go best.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, and I've written it up where you guys have the final say on what we accept.
And we'll have to rely on your expertise
Yeah.
to tell us the reasons.
I'm sure I'm gonna learn a lot in the next, I haven't bid for a month. And then I want them to have it in place before the jail opens.
Sure.
Are these gonna be internet phones, or are they going to be hardwired phones?
What we currently have is, we have a phone system in our basement that is hardwired, but everything going out is still internet-based.
Okay.
What most proposals now are internet-based, where we don't have the server down in the basement, the server will be somewhere else.
Have you ever operated one of those systems?
No. I know. The problem is if you lose internet, you don't have a phone system.
And with their internet that we have in the county, I mean, it's second to none.
Yeah.
But you still have, the people I know that is on these internet phones it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
And I'm not for an internet phone
Yeah.
system.
They're hard to not get an internet phone system.
I know.
So,
Say that again, Brad.
it's hard to not get an internet phone
Just because
system. That's because it's the way they all are, that's the way everything is. I'm gonna bid with MT Networks, I'll send them, they're a phone company, we'll see what they come up with. And the people I've talked to, the hospital currently has an internet phone system. There for a while, we was having troubles with it, but our internet is getting pretty stable. So, only, if you lose internet, you can't make a phone call anyway. But we could call in between, call from office to office.
That'd be the advantage.
That's the advantage of having an internal one.
All other calls require
Internet connection, yeah. For long distance or
So what does
even
that
out
do?
of town.
What does that do to, like, 911 or the jail or?
911 is a separate system.
Okay.
911 is a system all by itself. My first thing I want a new phone system to do is work with our dispatch. That's number one.
Right.
Because we have, you know, a dozen lines come in going to dispatch. And 911's a separate system completely.
Okay.
And so it's, first thing, it has to work with our dispatch and all the jail and everything there.
And our system currently is doing that.
Is currently doing that, yeah.
You said you didn't have an estimated cost?
I do not. I don't know.
You say 200 phones approximately?
Approximately 200 phones.
So you think possibly you have all the money required for this?
I know I have all the money recorded.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
He's got
I forget what we got set aside, but we've got,
There's $1 million in there.
$1,000,004, at least $1,000,004.
we got a little bit of money
I
set
hope
aside.
so, we do.
You're covered.
I hope so. So, and
You
I'll
ought to
have,
be able to have a system that doesn't never go out.
yes. So,
And that's what worries me the most about the satellite, or the internet phone system.
yeah.
Is
But,
it-
you know,
You said satellite, is that an option?
You don't want satellite.
Do what?
You don't want satellite.
Okay.
Internet would be step 2, step 1's the hardwired.
But with, you know, the hardwired here, only advantage is we could call from office to office. And, yeah,
Should be pretty rare.
should be,
with
yeah,
that service.
should, yeah.
Any counties around that's already got internet that a person could call to see how well it's working for them?
Most of them do.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
you'd probably say most of them.
Yeah, like I said, the hospital, I have talked with them, their system. So, most are internet-based now.
Okay.
So, just to let you guys know,
Very
and
good.
I'll get back with you in a month with some ideas and prices.
And you've got one way to look at that proposal and make sure it's,
I will. Okay.
I mean,
I found one that was similar, and put my stuff in there and took some stuff out.
okay.
So,
Very well.
all right, thank you.
Happy New
Thank
Year.
you.
Happy New Year.
Take care.
You too.
Well, I guess the other city officials not making it in today, that was supposed to be here yesterday.
Well, I think we had a little confusion over that. That was my thought too, Jesse, that some of them were, but I think a lot of them were just gonna come in and sign as they could.
At will.
The papers are gonna be at Angie's office,
Okay.
am I correct, Angie?
Yes.
So I see, Mr. Ferguson, the mayor of Lebo's here, and he said he had already signed the paperwork, so.
Great.
Just wanted to come, show my support and city support. Our council approved for me to sign it. That was an extra step we did, we didn't have to do, but we wanted to make sure we had all our stuff in line.
Right.
So I've already signed today, but I wanted to stop and stay in here to show my support towards Chick Link, so.
Very good, thank you.
Yeah, that was one thing, I just assumed he sent me a message last night, are we still meeting today? And I was, yes, so, last I knew, that's what was going on, so.
Perfectly fine.
Well, there were some problems with some of the emails didn't make it
okay.
through, and so it's kind of been a
Fiasco.
mix-up, so hopefully it all comes out in the wash.
Well, thanks for coming down there.
Go ahead, no problem. You guys don't have anything else for me?
Don't believe so, appreciate it, and
Yeah.
go get some rest.
Yep, have a good
Thanks
one.
for coming.
Be
Thank you,
careful
guys.
going home. Well, I'm sure Wade's gonna have some stuff. Angie, do you have some roundtable?
Only one really is, next Monday is the swearing in for newly elected. Judge Whitteman's gonna do it at shortly after 9 o'clock. I guess I'll order some donuts. We usually do that if you want, to just have in here and
Sounds all right.
go on 2025.
Could we, and it doesn't affect me, but as much, but could we maybe get a little sausage or
Sure.
something, the meat tray or something for those
Oh,
that
sure, yeah.
can't eat donuts or
Yep.
whatever?
We sure can, yeah. That's my favorite anyway.
Meat and cheese tray.
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
Okay. That's been
maybe I'll
Brought
just
up.
do like a dozen donuts and then,
We always seem to have some left over.
I know, a dozen would be plenty, probably.
Okay,
And then, do you want crackers with the meat and
that's
cheese?
what I thought maybe.
Okay.
I don't know, I mean, it doesn't
Yep.
matter to me,
Yep,
that's
that's
been brought up before.
And then you'll also, be appointing chair and vice chair next week.
Uh-huh.
And
That'll be like on our agenda though, right, when we,
we can do that, or it'll be in your minutes right after you come back from
okay,
swearing in.
okay, yeah, that's fine, doesn't have to be on our,
Yeah, that's just business you'll have to take care of.
Tom
Right.
will be in command
right,
when
we come
we
back
come
in.
back, and so,
Yeah,
he's
Yeah,
vice
yeah,
chair,
Right.
so.
for that moment,
Right.
yeah.
And then the newly elected, chairman, Whipping Mule, gets elected.
that's what they say.
Yeah. So,
That's all I have, I think, for now.
I know Wade's got some stuff, I'm sure.
Let me go get him.
Yeah, there, we can do these checks and vouchers here real quick.
Okay, I'll go get him ready.
I haven't even looked at them. I'm sure it's legit. Little Motorola payment.
Is that for the towers? Or part of it?
31,000, does say what it's.
No, I don't know.
I just look at the statement.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's.
I'll send the folder first. We'll get a system down for this in a few years.
What's been for? It hasn't happened yet. For me anyway.
Now, wait a minute.
He's dealing with a little matter with you.
It's a little matter.
And as soon as he can.
That's fine. She said officer?
Somebody else.
Oh. There we go.
Yes, there was another thing I handed out to you. You probably wondered why it was on your desk, but the resolution that said how you have to appoint people to the Tourism and Visitors Board. It's just under number 9 there in section A. What has to be. So it has to be a representative of the Board of County Commissioners or the Coffee County Economic Development Director. A representative of the Coffee County Chamber of Commerce. So that's 2 we could have if we had the Economic Development or a commissioner on there. And then a representative of the hotel and motel industry, which representative must reside in Coffee County or operate a hotel or motel business within the county. You could have more, so no less than 3 and no more than 5. So that's your guidelines for
Okay.
appointing to that, since we are doing that out for
Okay.
opening, so.
Okay.
What we got there now is 5, except we just got, we're short 2.
Actually, and then we just got a resignation, what did she give me? From Bobby, he resigned from it, I think Friday.
Okay.
Bobby did, so we now got 3 vacant.
Well, they're all vacant, because Mark will be off too.
Right.
Or you are off, okay.
Term expires 31st.
Oh, yeah,
And did Troy reapply?
no,
Okay.
So we have none.
right.
Okay.
You're gonna step down also, Mark? Yeah, well, the term expired on 31st of December.
He said it already expired. His term expired.
Yeah, they're all done now. So we have 5 open.
We are advertising for that,
Yes.
correct?
Yep. You guys got it. Yeah. So the paper on Facebook.
I thought we did that. Thought we.
Yep.
This one invoice here for drones for 21-2.
We still, yeah.
I'm
Is
sorry.
this replacing one, I wonder, or is this a new addition, or?
We had some discussion about that.
And I don't even know how many he's got.
There's quite a few drones. I know the county's got quite a few of them. Economic Development's got one, and I think the sheriff's office has got. The insurance has got like 7 or 8,
Mhm.
and I know the county road and bridge has got 1 or 2.
But I think they've got one at least, I know. Yeah.
I don't know if it's a replacement one, Dawn, or software, or what it is. There's no explanation on it. Is that the sheriff's
That
office?
was a point in
Yeah.
time when we got, probably put a hold on a little bit. But we also got to look at the value they bring to the sheriff's department.
Mhm. How many do they really need is the question, I guess would be.
Yeah.
But that's, he's an elected official, so he can pretty much.
That's his decision.
His
pretty much,
decision.
yeah.
Yeah, I understand that.
Text Ryan and see if he's got any idea.
Missing the fire.
No, he had some stuff he had to take care of in first thing this morning. I know they had some truck issues and everything over the weekend.
Oh.
Or, yeah, over the weekend. I visited with him several times.
Oh, it was service, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. We just did the road and bridge motion because Adam wasn't here, but I suppose that's be something that Ryan would take up.
Probably the dust control is a normal thing annually. One thing that wouldn't be is the other two.
He says he'll be here in 15 minutes or so. Looking at that phone system, if you got 200 phones, $125 a piece, that's $25,000. Bet you're gonna be close to $250,000 for the phone system.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I need a new headset, and I can't get one because the phone's too,
We'll work with it.
That's so funny.
yeah.
Hold the phone to your ear, go old school.
Yeah. But sometimes I need to be typing and I can't do this anymore if my neck's just worn out.
I spend so much time on the phone, my arm, elbow hurts all the time, I can't.
I get
I put it on
muscle spasms.
speakerphone and shove it in my
That's
pocket.
what I do.
Yeah.
I don't care if anybody.
You're a one-man office.
Yeah, I don't care. Anybody hears my conversation. Like it, don't listen. Steve, you got a round table?
That's right on.
You received a call this morning from Brandy about the curbside service?
Yes, yes, I did. Todd is out of state, and they were questioning whether they should put trucks out. They were going to do country pickup today. And I told her that if if it wasn't necessary, I probably wouldn't put the trucks out today. And so she was gonna put it on social media and get it out that way.
And that's for recycling.
That's for recycling, yeah. With the box, I mean, I just felt like if it wasn't necessary, then she could go ahead and make that call.
Be a lot better at the end of the week.
Well, yeah, just a little time to get some ice off.
I wouldn't think the demand for recycling would be that heavy.
I don't know,
During the
but-
winter either, but I don't know.
But, and she just didn't wanna make the call without having the rest of us on board, and so I went on and answered for, I told her I would let you guys know, so that's how it transpired.
Very well. There's reason for no recycling pickup today.
Yep.
Don, do you have anything this morning?
I don't have anything as far as the business part of it, Jesse, but to let everybody know, and they probably already know, that, you know, this is our official, last meeting for myself as well as you, Jesse, and I really appreciate the opportunity to serve Commission District 2, but like I have always said and will continue to say, each one of us is serving the county, not just our district that votes us in here. And I really appreciate the citizens' support for all of us here, and I really appreciate working with the four of you, some of you the last 2 years, some 6 with Tom, and 4 with Jesse. I appreciate the opportunity and to work with all 4 of you during at least the last 2 years. And our citizens, I think all of them probably realize fully that, you know, our county is a small county with 8,400 citizens, and this county has got so much to offer to our citizens. I'm not too sure we put the true value on it like we really should. You know, our infrastructure for the county is second to none out there. You know, of course, we got the nuclear plant, it's the only nuclear plant in the state of Kansas. And for what they bring to the table, our CHS at hospital, you really, in our school system and fire departments, like they had a house fire this morning in here in Burlington, as cold as it was, our firemen, I'm sure, hit that head on. And, you know, the library system, I shouldn't be talking about some of them, because I'll leave somebody out, that's not my intent. But, our department heads here in Coffee County and the other 140 employees that we have is second to none. And all of us, as citizens of Coffee County, must realize what Coffee County really has to offer. And now with the new jail coming on board in June or July, hopefully the CHIP deal is going to develop in the next few months. That Coffee County has got a huge amount of things going for them, and hopefully that'll continue to increase. So I just wanted to thank the citizens for their continued support.
Very well.
It's been a pleasure serving with you, Don.
It has been.
You're gonna miss all of your true gift you have for numbers and budgets and calculating. It's gonna be greatly missed.
The only number that he missed on was the half-a-day deal.
I told Wade with Bert Silver it went past a half a day. Now we have very few days that don't go to one,
I'm just kidding.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, and even some to 5.
Regardless of, I've joked you about that several times about possibly misrepresenting the job when you talked to me about getting on, but you really did not, because up to that point, a lot of times it had been the duration of the job, of the meeting anyhow.
That's a growth in Coffee County that's making that happen.
And I'm
Right.
not saying that in jest, I was just kidding you.
You know, I've done a good job of selling it as a half-a-day program.
Yeah, you sure did. But thank you for all you've done.
I appreciate the compliment.
That is, half a day is not, and it's not only just one day a week, it's every day of the week.
It is,
Yeah.
it really is.
Phone calls.
Yeah, it really is.
And all the boards that the individual commissioners on that has to do their due diligence to be a part of the board. You know, I'm on the fiber board, been on the planning and zoning board, and many others, and you know, it takes a lot of time.
It does take a lot of time.
And that's one thing you don't realize coming into it is, oh, it's just one day a week,
Yeah.
or maybe two, you know?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's not.
It's and that's what I liked about the time deal, the time plus deal, because every time I got on the phone, or I went to a meeting, I was on that clock, and it was good to show how much time you really put forth that you should put forth in the
Yeah.
job. And,
Right,
And,
that's true.
I know it's been a hell of a ride the last 4 years, and I've learned a lot that I can never, just experience is the only thing that I get to take with me, and you know, we dealt with the China virus, COVID garbage from day one that I walked in, and it was miserable, and the uncertainties of the county and the state and the government side was crazy, and there was some long meetings.
That presented some huge challenges there for
Yep.
2 years.
Yep.
Hopefully that'll never happen again.
And all the bad stuff they tried to push across, and the county stood up, you know, for our employees and for the citizens of the county, and you know, I had people reaching out to me from bigger company here in the county and not wanting to take the stab in the arm and this and that, but they was mandatory in it, and I told them, I said, don't do it. Guess you can get a job somewhere else, you know. But it's been a wild 4 years, and there's been a lot come down the pipeline, and yes, there's a lot more to come down the pipeline. So hopefully, with the two that's been here, the 2 years, and continue the path forward, and keep things moving.
Got Tom here to help keep.
Yeah, I got Tom here for another 2 years, so.
No,
Three-ish.
wish Tom the very best in his health. He's had a pretty good little struggle the last several months, and hopefully his health will continue to improve. So,
The last 2 years, last year and a half's been tough on you and Tom, you know, health-wise,
yeah.
Don, so it's been tough. I'm glad everybody's on the healing side, you know. You got any roundtable?
No.
Mr. Thompson?
No, sir.
I don't have anything, thanks to the county workers that was out over the weekend in the blizzard, so.
Yeah, they had a long.
Everybody made it safe, and
Yeah.
they just had some minor issues with trucks, from what I hear, and, no major developments. I seen some trucks, not in our county, but statewide, that decided they needed to go in the ditch and catch on fire and on others, and it was, James Fry, he's probably had a nightmare of a weekend, so he handles a lot of KDOT stuff, so hats off for his position. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they pulled them out I-35 for a little bit on Sunday, just because they couldn't
They
keep.
quit maintaining.
They just couldn't keep up with
Yeah,
it.
they just shut down.
Just shut down.
Yeah.
And thank God there wasn't a lot of traffic out there.
It sounds like Kansas City was a mess.
Disaster. I had one stuck. He left at 2 o'clock on Saturday, and he made it to Hutchinson at 11 o'clock on Saturday night.
Oh, my God.
He said he sat on, I think he said 435 or 470 for 3.5 hours at a standstill.
My
You know,
God.
people couldn't move, so it was a disaster. Coffee County KDOT did very well on the roads. They worked their tails off, so.
Yeah.
Lyon County, not so much. So, I don't know if they had a little more ice over there, a little more snow over there, but it was 35, it was absolutely horrible at 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon.
Yeah.
This time, I think we're just gonna wait on Wade and Ryan. Ryan's supposed to be here. I guess we can take a 10-minute break.
Be fine.
I think give him a 10-minute break, come back at 9:49.
Yeah.
I let Ryan walk right.
Called it before.
All right.
9-minute break.
Ryan, are you instead of Adam?
Yeah, he's working this house fire over here, so.
Well, you're up. You wanna come up, come up. That way you can get back doing your
Back
fun,
to it.
fun
Yep.
activities today.
So call-outs this weekend, obviously, had a pretty busy weekend. We started around noon, Saturday, treating about the time the rain, shortly before the rain started, and started freezing up, and, we worked till 11:30, I think Saturday evening, and Sunday we worked 6 a.m. to 11:30, and yesterday we worked 4:30 a.m. to about 9 o'clock last night, and, challenging storm, just temperatures is the biggest thing. You get temperatures that cold, equipment doesn't like it. Yesterday we did have our motor graders out, gravel roads, basically New Strong North, they had a little more snow up there and a little more drifting. They got all the roads opened up yesterday, but they'll continue to work on getting them widened out and try to work on the ice pack a little bit. These roads are gonna be treacherous for, all week, especially the gravel. Asphalt roads, currently, they're ice packed, as you guys saw coming in. Hopefully today, the sunshine, they'll start going a little bit, get some of that salt working, but, temperatures are working against us right now. So we'll keep hammering away at it, so.
I think today high of 19 today, and
Yeah.
probably be a little less than that, but the sun shining will help.
Oh, the sunshine helps. I know yesterday down here, east and west of town, they're starting to break just a little bit, and, we're doing what good we can. Material's there, we just gotta let it work and get the point, we'll start getting it off the road. Had one truck go down, one of our plow trucks. I think it's just some ice buildup on a wiring harness, pulled wiring harness out of the transmission. Couldn't make it move. Probably gotta get sent off to figure out exactly what wires got broken at, but, so that went down, about right off the bat. So we were a truck short there, got another truck up and going, but we weren't able to get a sander in that. We don't have any extra sanders. Weren't able to unload that one up there, up around Waverly, so, I think something moving forward, probably, we're getting ready to replace a couple sanders anyway. We're probably gonna have a couple extra sanders around now, just for the option to, when we need another truck, get desperate, but.
Probably not a bad idea to have a couple extra.
Well, no, we can get by with one truck going down, but I know at one point we had 3 trucks down the other day, just small stuff, but, if you got a truck down for a couple hours, that's a couple hours that's not out there running, so, got 3 trucks down at once, it's, putting you behind in the game, and, every storm's that way, you always, there's little challenges of equipment, and that's just part of it, but, I think we can do a couple things to, help us a little bit, and so.
And nothing breaks down if it's not in use.
No, that's right. That's right, and,
That's right.
I know even now with, our blades yesterday right off the bat, we had 3 blades down, and, a couple of those were our spare blades that, they don't run every day, so, make, weak batteries or whatnot, and just, different, some of this newer equipment's got so much stuff on it, some different fans and whatnot, and, that stuff gets cold and a little moisture in it and doesn't want to work, and, generally we can get stuff going, but it just takes time, and, yeah, it's been a fun one. We've been through them before, there'll be more, but
Yeah.
this was
Not
a
the
good
first,
one.
won't be the last.
No, that's right.
Didn't get a terrible amount of snow, but more up north. At least.
More up north, more up
Didn't drift
north.
terrible anywhere, did it really?
Yeah, there was definitely roads impassable up there for sure. We're running plows, and guys definitely needed them up
Needed
there.
plow.
Oh, yeah,
I see.
yeah.
The snow was light enough where it blew.
Well, that, and with the ice down, ice down first,
Stick.
I don't know what we had for snow up at Lebo, 2, 3, 4 inches maybe, but, a couple inches of snow and blowing snow, and the ice is already down there. It's gonna go till it can't go anymore and start building up, so, yeah.
That's right.
Thank God there's a field right on the south side of my road. I just go through the ditch and out in the field and head to the blacktop.
So anyway, a few motions today, as you can see. The first one, is gonna be for the 2025 dust control program. So I think if you guys remember last year, we tweaked this invitation to bid a little bit. We added a finish or applied date of towards the end of May. You know, we had some issues a couple of years ago with the timing on that. Worked out really well for us, you know, so we kept that in there. One thing we did add to this is on the 30% mag fluoride, we also added or comparable product. You know, there's a mixture of chlorides, whether it's mag or calcium. You know, there's another company out there it's more of a calcium instead of a mag. We use them on some special projects this year, like the Old 50 detour for going by Lindsay's and from the quarry up there, and then on this Blackberry stuff. It's a fine product. A lot of counties use them, but the way we had our wording last year, you know, they were a lower price, but we had to reject the bid because it wasn't a mag chloride. So that's the one thing I added here is just the mag chloride and or a comparable product. Okay. So that would allow us to, you know, potentially go with them if we decided that was the best bid for us. So.
Based on the recommendation of the Road and Bridge Superintendent to approve the request to solicit sealed bids for 30% mag fluoride and or comparable product for 2025 dust control program.
I'll move.
Moved by Thompson, seconded by McCreary. Only discussion I have is it worked out a lot better last year than it did the 2 years prior.
Yeah, and you know, the other things that we did, I mean, typically we would bid it a couple months later. So I think by getting on the front side beginning of the year, we start taking the applications from the public, you know, a little sooner than we did, and then we're able to do the prep work and pre-work for that dust control a little bit sooner to be ready by the 1st of May, and then that way they can, you know, they've got a good 4-week schedule.
You got a wet season coming up too of that.
Yeah, right. I mean, you never know on the weather, and that date can be pushed back if the weather, you know, if we have a terrible spring and we're not ready for dust control to be put down, you know, we can say we're going to push this date back at our request if we're not ready for it. So.
Any other discussion? If not, all in favor say aye. Aye. Motion passes.
All right, thank you. The next motion, I think Adam's been discussing last week, updated you on some dump trucks. This is just that truck that we had talked about last year. Kind of got the verbal approval for you guys for this year to order, and that's kind of where we're at now. I mean, this is all in our budget for 2025 equipment, and move forward with ordering this truck.
Based on the recommendation, Road and Bridge Superintendent to waive the purchasing policy as to competitive bidding for good cause, said cause being municipal program pricing with Sourcewell Government Purchasing Alliance with Coffee County number 118463, and to approve the purchase of one 2025 Freightliner 114 SD from Henderson Products, Inc., out of Missouri, quote number 185277, in the amount of $201,390.00, and to authorize direct Road and Bridge Superintendent to sign all documents related thereto. Funding for the purchase will come from General Fund Public Works Equipment line item. I'll move.
I'll second.
Moved by Knight, seconded by Meats. Any discussion?
Is this one that they stayed with the original quote on the price?
Well, I mean, it had that increase on the chassis that Adam discussed with you guys last week, which was...
$4,000 increase.
Yeah.
So this is that truck we talked about.
Well, there were 2 trucks that he would have talked about last week, but this is one of those, yes.
Let's see. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
All right, thank you. The next is, we'd like to bid out a tilt direct trailer for the asphalt crew, just to replace an old trailer that we have.
Those tilt trailers are so nice.
Yeah.
Speedy.
Yeah.
I mean, on and off.
No, that's,
Matter
yes.
of seconds. So, motion to approve Road and Bridge Superintendent, request to solicit formal bids for one bumper pull trailer with tilt deck, funds to be paid from Equipment Reserve Fund, Moved by McCurry,
I'll second
seconded by Thompson. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
All right, thank you. Some discussion.
McCurry moved,
Yeah,
right,
sorry.
and Thompson seconded.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't realize that.
That's okay.
Pay no attention.
I thought I'd beat it back in, but.
Good attempt.
And of course, everybody voted and it passed. All right, Rod.
All right, just an update discussion on the minimum maintenance resolution. I had the zoning, meeting here a couple weeks back, went through that, and so, there's a couple roads that we pulled out of that last resolution. You know, I'm ready to move forward with that, go ahead and have it published, but I'm probably gonna hold off a few weeks, because if you remember, once that gets, adopted, you know, we only have 10 days to get the signage up, and I wouldn't wanna be trying to drive signs in this weather, so, I mean, it's ready to go. We'll put it off, I don't know, as long as we need to, till the weather breaks, and I think we can get those signs done.
Is this a recap from the Waverly area?
Yeah, this is the northeast quarter.
Which we've already worked on it, but
Yeah,
they
we
haven't taken
have,
it back to the-
yeah, we have, and we went back to zoning, and, we tweaked one of them just a little bit on the distances, on the legal description, and then, there's two sections of road that they wanted up removing out of there, so, but yeah. Once the weather straightens out, we'll go through that process again, and go from there.
So we haven't done anything in southeast Collinsville
No.
either.
No,
Still, there's a lot of roads down there.
yeah, there'll be two more. I mean, there's, I forget how many roads or segments of roads, you know, down in that, but we'll divide it in two, 'cause there's, quite a few.
Get down around that river.
Yeah, down around the river, there's, I don't know, 30,
There's a lot.
25, 30 roads down there, so. Yeah.
That are newly added to the list, or?
Well, just ones that, I mean, are on our list that we've been
They're all
going
right.
through the process like we have been,
They're all
yeah,
right
Yeah.
there.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mean from then, I meant
Yeah.
their additions, so,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
See, a little more discussion on, so, we require safety boots, for our crew, and so we have we give $150 a year for safety boots, and also like some safety apparel, ANSI certified shirts and stuff like that. Several years ago, we allowed 1 year for guys to spend that money on Carhartts. Cold weather gear, and not require it to be ANSI certified. I would like to change and allow that to be part of the safety money. I don't want to increase that money. We'll keep that money the same as it's been, that $150. But I would like to also include bibs and coats into that. I mean, at least a 1 year option for guys. I mean, you look at what the weather's been like here. I mean, our guys are out in that, you know, even through this snow stuff. I mean, we're constantly in and out of equipment and dealing with stuff, and nobody's really asked me about that, but I think it would be a good option for our guys. Like I say, I know we've done that one other time, and I'd like to have that again. I don't want to increase the dollar amount that we give each year. That's $150, whether it's on boots or, you know, other safety apparel. And
But the boots is besides that, isn't it?
now,
It's just, we did put that all together as one, boots used to be $75.
well, yeah, and then it used to be $75, and then that changed probably
So we put the whole package together.
It's $150 a year.
So they would have the option to do whatever they wanted to.
Whether it's steel toe boots, I mean, safety boots, or a coat, I mean, and so would you guys be okay with that?
I don't have a problem with that.
It helps with their safety.
No, and that's,
When
I mean,
it's
that's,
this kind of weather, it's,
Yeah.
you know, if somebody gets stranded and everything.
yeah,
You know, if they're gonna be out and it's not a vest that's got, you know, reflective stuff on it, you guys got vests that they can throw over the top.
no, that's right.
I mean, for
That's right, we've got safety vests, and a lot of people, they do buy them reflective coats, but, you know, when you're talking the bibs, I mean, you know, bibs and coat, you're not gonna buy bibs and coat for, I mean, I don't know, I haven't bought any for several years, but, that $150, and then if you go talking ANSI certified ones, I guarantee that $150 wouldn't cover that if we required that reflective stuff on those, so.
Right.
So,
I don't have a problem with that.
okay.
Great.
All right, well, I appreciate it, and I know our guys will appreciate that too, so.
Only the ones that haven't went out and bought new boots yet.
Well, New Year, so, yeah, I mean typically about October, guys will buy their new boots for the upcoming
November,
year.
December when that happens.
Yeah, but, all right, well, I sure appreciate that.
You're welcome.
That is what I had for today, and if you guys have anything for me.
No, just tell the guys thank you for the hard work and the long hours and the good job and
Yeah.
for being safe.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and will
That's the main
do,
thing.
They've done a great job out there.
will do. It was I think Lyon County rolled a truck. I saw KDOT lost a truck up north there somewhere, I think, caught fire.
One caught fire over by Lewisburg.
Oh, there you go, by Lewisburg, that's the one I saw, and then I heard maybe Osage County maybe lost one of their plow trucks, so it's, the way the roads were there Saturday night, I mean,
Pretty bad.
that ice is a different,
I was following one of ours and it was going down Fauna Road plowing and all of a sudden it started shooting towards the center of the road and
yeah.
my wife was like, what's wrong with that? And I said, it got under the ice.
Yeah,
It
I mean,
started shooting.
that was a challenge, I mean, you hit them spots and man, it'd catch and get underneath and it'd throw you it'll throw you sideways for sure, so.
You definitely don't want to plow with an empty box.
No, no, you want that weight, so.
Yep. So, nope.
All right, I sure appreciate it.
Thank you, Ron.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dave.
You want me to, I'll put copies in your box later,
That'll work.
or email,
Yeah,
whichever.
that's fine. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Wade was here, now he's gone.
I hope he'll be back.
He'll be back.
I'll go do this real quick, maybe
Okay.
be back before you do anything.
You'll be fine. Did you have any trucks filled up yesterday, Wade?
No, we didn't have anything running yesterday. I started them the night, Sunday afternoon before it got so cold.
We was pretty fortunate. We cold started everything yesterday morning.
Get everything plugged in on cold more like that.
Nope. Fired 'em right up. These new trucks and this motor, these motors and the oil, you know, lightweight oil,
It's a lot different.
a lot different than what it used to be.
We had a couple, we had to put the jump pack on, but we actually got on good, you know.
What are you running them, 2050 or?
We're still 1540 in our older trucks, you know.
About 1030 in ours.
That makes a difference too.
Makes a little difference in fuel mileage too. Mess of a day.
Haley,
Who?
wait.
Yeah, he's been gone since
He left
before you left.
Went after Ryan.
Oh, maybe he's.
There he is. You can hear his voice.
Yeah.
Was Ryan on?
Never finished the country song, Waiting on Wade. Morning, Wade.
Morning.
Happy Monday morning.
Tuesday.
I know. It's a week full of Mondays.
That's true.
Yeah. Got anything for us today, sir?
I do. Last week you made a motion regarding the county councilor side of things. What goes with that is a contract. I have a contract for you to review and to, it meets your approval, to motion and sign off on it. In essence, it's the same contract that's been provided to the board the last 2 times for me. Prior to that, for the previous person, Chris Phelan. Prior to that, Doug Whitteman. In essence, it changes the pay to what you mentioned last week, the $77,500, and covers the period of time from January 1st, 25 to January 8th of 2029, which is a 4-year term. Authorizes review beginning as early as December 18th of 2028. And that's the sum and substance. I'll pass it around for you to review.
Did the county attorney vet it?
And approved it.
And approved it?
So,
Same contract that we've had in several times, apparently.
right.
17, no big deal.
And there'll be a motion to sign that.
Get your approval. Yeah.
And
Got the dollar amount, got the date. Yep.
if you want to look at it, I mean, it's the same thing other than those modifications that's been put in place. The last contract is a 4-year term, so it is.
Here it has in there, December the 18th of 28 to review that, just like we did this year.
You can begin it, review as early as December 18th
Yeah.
of 2028.
Fine to me.
Went through 3 hands, I'm good. We need a motion to approve and sign
Go.
the contract.
I get the previous motion.
While she's getting that, I did have a roundtable. I visited with Walker Trimble the other day about the SSM funds, and because we have not received an update from our treasurer since the last debacle. So he said they haven't been doing much. Everything's been non-bond, but he said the bond stuff it'll start up again, and there'll start being draws out of it. I was just trying to get an update to see where it was at before I left.
Sure.
Yeah.
So he said everything's going good. It's just the monies that they're spending is part of the Red Leg or something like that.
That'd be the USD.
It'd be the USDA
Yeah.
funds
Yeah.
versus the the ball fund money, so.
I was by there last week, had a real cold day, and they were working on the roof that particular day.
Yeah.
And they got
They
the,
wouldn't have been very comfortable out there.
they got the north side up now, covered in.
Because they got the roof totally done, so.
Yeah, yeah.
And I did visit with Bart the other day, and they are starting to produce chips out at Lebo, so.
Good, good.
I think they're picking places in place and going too, so. I haven't got clearance to go see it yet, while it was in operation, because you can't have,
Right.
not everybody can go in that facility, so.
Well, I can't find it right. Sandy?
I have been in contact with Dr. Wyatt, sent the CHIPS information to another county. Dr. Wyatt's still out shaking trees on the EMP CHIPS application. He's indicated, and I'm going to be reaching out to Franklin County and Lyon County today. Dr. Wyatt indicated he's ready, able, and willing to show up either by Zoom or in person to a Lyon County commission meeting or a Franklin County commission meeting and give an update and presentation to those commissions as well. He's still shaking trees on that end.
We had City of Lebo's mayor here this morning. Eric was here and signed that paper, or the two papers, three papers, whatever. He signed the papers. So
Steve Costner, you want to get in?
Not that I'm aware of. The Burlington mayor had reached out to me, and my understanding is should be looking to sign. I don't know what they need to do to make that happen. But each city is unique in what their process and procedure is for the mayor to sign something. So. And then once you get to the point, the only other thing that I have is a legal issue was brought to my attention regarding a recent appointment the board made, and I think I'm going to be requesting a 20-minute executive session when the time comes to provide legal advice regarding a legal issue or concern regarding a board appointment.
If you want to go ahead and do that, I'll continue to search for the
okay. Search for the
official motion if you want to.
Yeah, fine. Okay.
Go do that.
Motion to go into executive session, 20 minutes. County attorney.
County council.
County councilor.
It's a attorney-client exception to the Kansas Open Meetings Act. Provide legal advice regarding a legal issue surrounding a board appointment.
Okay.
I don't like to board appointment to a board.
Appointee to a board.
Correct.
Appointee to a board. 20 minutes. I'll move.
I'll second that.
Moved by Knight, second by Thompson. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. We'll enter at 10:21 for 20 minutes. Okay. Update.
appointed board members serve at the will and the pleasure of the governing body. They're the ones who appoint them. They're the ones who have the duty and responsibility to make sure that appointed board members meet certain criteria to hold those positions. The last executive session specifically was a discussion related to information presented to me by what I'll characterize as concerned citizens regarding a recent appointment, and as a result of that, and looking into information provided to me, some legal questions arose, as well as, which then dovetailed into the last executive session, where I felt the need to provide some legal advice to the board. It's my understanding there will be I guess it's my recommendation, there be a motion for the board to rescind the appointment of Daniel Meyer as a hospital board member. I believe that motion was made
December 23rd.
December 23rd, and that that position remain vacant until a decision is made by the board how to move forward.
Okay. Motion to rescind, move to rescind, motion dated Monday, December 23rd, 2024. Paragraph 15, night move to appoint Daniel Meyer as a member of the Coffee County Hospital Board to a 3-year term effective January 1st, 2025, and ending December 31st, 2027. I will make the motion I'll move.
I'll second that.
Moved by Knight, seconded by Thompson to rescind it. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. And the leftover one for county councilor contract. Angie has the motion on there. Move to enter into contract with Wade Bowie II as county councilor for the Board of Coffee County Commission effective January 7th, 2025.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Moved by McCurry, seconded by Meats. Any discussion?
You may want to have in that motion the term, which is the term of the contract ends up being January 1st.
January
29,
didn't we say?
Well, it's being signed January 7th, but the term is
January 8th, 2029. No, through January 8th, 2029.
Right.
January 8th. Okay, with correction. Effective January 7th, 2025. Term effective through January 8th, 2029.
I'll still move.
So it should say in there effective January 1st through January 8th.
She's got January 1st,
Okay.
2025 through January 8th, 2029.
The
I'm not looking at
contract is effective today with the term effective January 1 through January 8. Is that okay?
Okay. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Henry Sadden.
So on the tourism and visitors board, how do we, what do we do on that, if anything?
Well, I would say, for the moment, a person probably ought to elect a commission. For the moment. And that can be done next week.
Okay.
I mean, that's an option.
Yeah.
It can be,
Yeah.
and then if you get, then, I mean, I'm sure we've got applicants out there, right? We've got applications, we've got
Yeah, the advertising.
advertising, so I mean,
Okay.
for the meantime, until we get somebody,
Yeah.
or until you get somebody,
Well, right, right.
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe
I just
a
wasn't sure
commission
how-
ought to be appointed to that board.
Yeah. We'll have other appointments.
And we could contact the chamber director
Yeah,
and find out if she's interested.
sure.
It'd be a good thing for the chamber
Sure.
director to be a part of it. It
Sure she
really
would be.
Yeah,
Yeah, would be my guess.
and that would take care of one seat, you
Yeah.
know. Well, it'd take care of both seats, but
Yeah. I would think that she'd be interested. Should not speak for others. Bad habit of mine.
or you can wait, you can ask the tourism individual,
Yeah.
or the not tourism, chamber. And if that individual's willing, and then wait, see what the applications come in for.
Yeah.
And if you don't get anything, then you can roll a commissioner over to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's not like they meet, I mean, they don't meet very often.
Yeah.
I'll update the ad for tourism and visitors to add the hospital board position also, so that we're running one ad, is that fine?
That work?
That's kind of how we were doing it before.
Yeah, I don't see that there'd be an issue with that.
Speak.
So today may not be the day to deal with it. There may need to be an added, question or questions regarding the application for any appointed board in Corona County. I think,
So let's hold off on that.
and I have, my thoughts and ideas, but it may be wait a week and
Yeah.
discuss it a little more in detail after that gets, pen gets put to paper and the issue can be presented in a more formal format.
Right,
Sounds good.
a better time than today.
Just my opinion.
So you wanting to stop all advertising for boards at this point in time?
Probably advertising's not an issue, the application.
Application step?
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
I think it's okay to advertise, but the application probably needs to be put on hold until the formal application that somebody would fill out, until it has the opportunity to be reviewed and revised if that's what the board so chooses.
Okay,
Agreed.
great.
So in the meantime, they could just send me an email saying they're interested, and once we have that updated, we can send it out.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't care what you do going forward. Have fun. Okay, Wade, do you have any roundtable stuff? That was it?
That was my roundtable.
Okay. Angie, any last minute stuff?
Yeah, one last little thing. Being that we're almost gonna be mid-month by next week, I thought we could discuss signing checks and vouchers for this month. So, my office thinks, because of the way the month is falling, that we could actually sign checks and vouchers on that Monday following the meeting, which will be a little early from the end of the month, but that way with 2 new people being here until we kind of get going through the year, we can plan for other days throughout the year, if that's okay.
That'd be on the 27th.
Uh-huh.
Whatever works for you.
Okay.
What, first day? Okay. Nobody else has anything? Speak now, forever hold your peace. We will adjourn at 10:54 a.m.